Pretty awesome. If my son had had this back some 30 years ago, I'd hate to see where he might be today, but that's okay too. At this time, I would like to introduce Michelle Holm, who is assistant to Dr. Guy.
Thanks, Hank. Appreciate you. Welcome, everyone, again. Thanks so much for spending time with us this evening. We're going to enjoy a surprise. Oh, sorry. Thank you. We're going to enjoy a surprise message here in just a minute, and then Dr. Guy Gross will join us, followed by our operations manager, Brian Guyette. And then we hope you'll stay. We're going to do our grand opening ribbon cutting here appropriately behind home plate. So it should be a great few minutes here. Royals fans, does anyone recognize the name Joel Goldberg? Anybody? Yeah. Who is he?
Royals announcer.
Royals announcer, yes, yes. So Joel Goldberg, announcer for the Royals, started a relationship with Dr. Guy Gross last summer, and he also has a podcast called Rounding the Bases. And he invited Byron Tomlins and Dr. Guy and Kenny Hancock to be on the podcast with him. And it was a great opportunity because just as Salina downtown's having a rebirth, there's also this great conversation going on about the past and present softball and baseball opportunities in Salina. So they had a great conversation about that. And if you'd like to hear the whole podcast, you can find it on the QR code or on our website. So I hope you'll check that out. But Joel wanted to surprise Dr. Guy tonight with a special message. His preference for Joel would have been to be here and to walk out and share with you, but I think he has a game tonight, so it didn't work out so good. So we did the next best thing, and he has a special message for the yard.
Hi, I'm Joel Goldberg, Kansas City Royals television broadcaster, host of the podcast Rounding the Bases, and author of the book Small Ball, Big Results. I've had the pleasure of getting to know Dr. Guy Gross in the last year plus, and he's kept me abreast of what's going on baseball, softball world over in Salina, and he's really been filling me in on the developments of the yard. So first and foremost, I want to say congratulations to everyone. I hope you'll check this place out. I can't wait next time I get your way and come over to Salina to be able to see the yard. I know it's so important for the development of these kids to have a facility like this. So I hope you'll go check it out. Congratulations. And they are, and I'm really honored about this, going to have my book, Small Ball, Big Results, available, autographed copies for those that want to purchase that. And so much of what will go on at the yard is what is covered in my book. It's a book about the little things that add up to the home runs, whether it be in baseball or softball, in business or life. Everything about those little small details that Royals players and top-notch athletes do every single day in terms of taking care of themselves. We know it with the Royals. We saw that when they won the World Series and they went to back-to-back World Series, it wasn't just hitting the big home runs. It was the sacrifice, it was the bunts, it was the base running, it was the defense. And these are all of the little elements that make people successful on and off of the sports fields or basketball courts or wherever it may be. And so much of that, again, will happen at the yard. All of that hard work and those little small details grinding away at them every day. So I hope you'll check out the book. I hope you'll check out the yard. And I hope to see you all at some point at Kauffman Stadium or maybe down the road in Salina.
Well, speaking of the book, we do have autographed copies of Joel's book, and I think we should go ahead and give one away to get it kicked off. So we're going to draw for one book here. Let's see. Just open it. Thank you. Okay, here we go. Ross Miller. Ross, are you still here? Let's do another. No? Okay, let's do one more. Need a good one. I should have you picking. Have you seen this cute blondie up here? Mike Hoppick. And he just, would we like to save it for him, Dr. Guy? Yeah, let's save it for him. Okay. We'll save that for my copy. If you're interested in a copy, you can go to joelgoldbergmedia.com, or you can pick up an autographed copy in the pro shop. So, all right, fans of the yard. It's with great pleasure and excitement that I get to introduce to you our founder and owner, Guy Gross. Many of you know him from the dental office, maybe more from the ball diamond, but we all know him for his generosity with money and with involvement with kids and with his time. And I just want to say a thank you to you for sharing your passion of baseball and spending your time creating where we are tonight. And thank you to you and Kate for working tirelessly to make this happen for the community. So with that, Dr. Guy Gross.
Thank you all. Thanks everybody for coming tonight. We're just absolutely thrilled to be part of the community and doing what we do. And you know, a lot of my dental teammates are here, and so I owe them a big thank you, because they actually are a big part of what makes this possible too, because they support us in so many ways. And but it really is about being part of the community. And you know, I was talking to Mike Hoppick a little bit ago and about how much just this block has transformed in the last year. And then, you know, Trace and Guy Walker, we were talking one day, and they're like, if you'd have said in 2012 that, so we're talking, you know, not even quite 10 years ago, but in 2012, if by 2021 this block would already have this much progress, they'd have said, no way, you're crazy, you know. And it's awesome to see. The car museum is going in just right here. You know, one of the big projects that's getting ready to happen in the downtown that'll transform the way it looks a lot is the mural project that's coming along. And this is going to be part of that. There's going to be a mural here. There's going to be murals in lots of places in downtown. You know, this is called the Yard. We've got the Field House. We've got the alley. The museum is going to be called the Garage. You know, it's all part of what is going to make Salina an amazing place to be. And I find that, you know, the transformation of the downtown, and it's all sorts of people, many of you included, that are doing things to make that happen. And so, you know, I have so much gratitude for the people that are pitching in and making it happen. And so for us, this was just, you know, part of us doing our part to help do something that we saw was going to benefit the community. You know, so my wife and I, you know, spent a lot of time talking about how we can do something to help. And, you know, over the years I've been coaching, well, my son Gunnar over here, he's 15 now. Probably since they were 5 or before we started coaching. Somewhere in there we started traveling around the state and around the region and playing. And you know, you start to see, you know, what does it take to really help kids, you know, get to the next level. And so, you know, we started looking at that and realizing that, and even in fact, Tom and I were just talking about this a second ago, it's like, baseball's a game that if you can play it year round, you have a huge advantage. There's a reason why most, you know, college and major league players come from California, Texas, Florida, places like that. And the Salina kids haven't had that, but the cities around us that have facilities, their kids are gaining a huge advantage. They're getting the college scholarships and things like that. And so we thought that that is something that we could do, you know, but it goes deeper than that, because this place is also for kids that even just want to play rec league ball, which is totally fine and wonderful. We think there's so much to learn from the game of baseball and softball. But it's also, you know, for the kids that want to play, just make the high school team or be on the varsity team or play college ball or play, ideally, I mean, we'd love to see some more major leaguers come out of Salina. It's been a little while, you know, and it would be wonderful to see that kind of thing happen. But when I say it goes deeper, it's also, you know, looking at, you know, no matter what, we felt like when we started this that we may not produce a ton of Major League Baseball players, but we can sure produce a lot more Major League citizens and a lot of kids that are doing the right thing, because we think the sports of baseball and softball have a lot to teach. You know, it's hard to strike out. You know, you're sitting there in front of all the fans, parents sitting around you, a lot of times coaching you from right behind you, right? And you're sitting there trying to hit a hit a little moving baseball with a bat, and people are talking to you in the middle of it, you know? Imagine that, right? It's hard to strike out, it's hard to pitch, but up here you get tougher every time you have to come back from that and learn to have the right thought process about that. You might make an error, but you got to be tough enough to make the next play, right? You might be asked by your coach to put down a sacrifice bunt because it helps a teammate move to the next base. It's a selfless game, and it's a game of discipline and patience, and we feel like there's a lot of great life lessons inside of that, and so that's why we believe in this so much, and so we're excited to do that. The other wonderful thing about this community is we've had lots of people ask us how we can help, how they can help us, and you know, I think that's amazing. We decided that this could be a vehicle for more good than what we can do by ourselves. You know, we wanted to get it to this point, and then we wanted to, you know, see where we can gain the next level of opportunity for all kids. And we didn't want this to just be an exclusive place where we want to make it accessible to everyone. And so one of the things that we came up with was a way for other people to kind of, you know, create a legacy piece for their family or for their team, or for maybe it's to commemorate a coach or to honor somebody or to commemorate a parent or something like that who was the one driving them to all the ball games, or who knows what it might be. And so our brick project is where we're going to have out here, where right now it's dirt and weeds. My baseball guys, I got to have them help me pull those weeds. But we're going to put bricks out there. We have more space over here for bricks. That's my bad. And we're going to do it where if you have somebody that you want to commemorate or you want to honor in some way, or maybe you just want to put your family name on a brick that you're in support of Salina baseball, 100% of that will go to scholarships for kids and scholarships to pay for coaches to come in for our camps. We've got some amazing coaches here. We want to bring in coaches that even make our coaches better. And so we're going to have opportunities like that. And so the bricks is something we thought that maybe other people could get excited about, doing something for their family. We want to have the opportunity for businesses to do like what Salina Blue, they've created a template for us where we can kind of make this look like the outfield wall of a stadium, with the idea that everything is going to lower the cost of the use of this. Unfortunately, you know, insurance alone costs a heck of a lot to have a place like that. Turns out when you have fast-moving baseballs and bats and kids running around, you know, that don't always pay attention, you know, you got to pay a lot for that insurance. You know, everything else, it just adds up. So we want to try to find ways to keep the cost down for kids to be here. So we created this. The brick project will be an endowment. My parents asked, how can we help? And one of the things that we came up with was that they are going to pay for the cost of the bricks and all the stuff to install those, so that everybody else can make a brick for their family, and 100% of your money would go to help kids. So that's something that our family's committed to doing. And our partner on this, so this will be a nonprofit organization. Turns out right now, IRS, everything takes forever, so we're waiting on that. But I see Lauren shaking his head. Yes, that's true. He's an accountant, in case you didn't know that. So, you know, we have that in pending, but our partner on where we're gonna, our 501c3 partner is the Sharp family and Kansas Youth Sports, which is where, you know, if you decide to buy a brick, the money that you contribute will go into the scholarship fund at Kansas Youth Sports, and it will be used, their family will vet every use of every single dollar that'll go to kids, and we'll make sure that it gets there and gets used well. So that's something that we're excited about doing, and we love to be able to make this something that it's not just about what we're doing, it's something we can all do together. So I owe some thank yous also. We had some amazing help with people building this, and right here next to me is Kenny Turpin. The whole Turpin family has been amazing at supporting us. Kenny's with Restore Contractors Construction, And Jake Wilson really helped spearhead this project as far as the construction goes. And I think if you look around, you can see that he did one heck of a good job out here. So I want to, definitely wanted to highlight them. And there's so many other people that have pitched in. And so thanks to everybody who's done it. That's done. Curtis, by the way, if you guys have been in our pro shop, you've seen the cool racks, everything that's built out of wood in the pro shop except the desk. I got to talk about that too, by the way. Curtis built. Thank you, Curtis. Give him a round of applause, by the way. Thank you so much. And the front desk in the pro shop, it is worth stopping through just to see that, because Kenny built that. It is beautiful and it's awesome and it's all about baseball, and so you really got to see it. And anyway, I'm done talking. Thank you guys for coming. I have so much gratitude for everybody supporting this and being here tonight. So appreciate you all. I want to introduce Brian. Okay, Coach Brian Guyette, by the way. He's been the other guy right there with me as we developed the vision for this place. And Brian is our head coach. He's our operations manager. He is a phenomenal baseball mind and a really, really wonderful coach and human being. And I have had so much joy working with him. And he grew up on the West Coast in Anaheim, California, at a facility like this, really. Wasn't this cool, of course, but it was like this. It did the same things, basically. So Brian did that and played college ball, Pierce College on the West Coast. Then we're grateful that Bethany College somehow found him and got him out here, and he stuck around. And so Brian has brought an abundance of baseball resources to Salina, and I want him to come up and tell you guys a little bit more about what he does. His team, the Braves, is over here, by the way. They're an awesome softball team, so he's coaching that crew. Yay, Braves! Cheers to the Braves! So, and I wanted to mention real quick also, my guys, they're all in the yard shirts over here. These are our Drive baseball team. They're all 13. I hope a lot of you got to experience their tours. And they were here to welcome you all. They're kind of the home team of the yard. I'm so excited about all the kids that are going to grow up playing ball here. But they're the first team that really is down here, and we're excited to bring that for our team. So good job, guys. Appreciate you, fellas.
Thanks, guys. Super excited to be here. Thank you all for showing up. We had an awesome turnout. It just shows how much the community stands behind the yard and really is wanting to be involved, and it's really, really cool to see. Just here to talk a little bit about, who we have down here at the yard and how we can serve the community of baseball and softball players. First thing is memberships. We're about over 90 members right now. Being a member, you get to come in every day if you wanted to. You can just come, hit in the cage, come out here and take some ground balls, hop in the pitching building, which is cool. I hope if you haven't been in there, you got to go. It's probably one of my favorite. It's my favorite place out of this facility. It's pretty phenomenal. But you'll get discounts on certain things, all of our camps, all of our classes that we do. So memberships, we have a couple different options. We have a 1-month membership where that one, if you're a high school kid just wanting to tune up for the season. Or, we also have the annual memberships, which are for those dedicated year-round ball players. So we pretty much can help anybody, if you just have a love for the sport, love for the game, and want to get better, the yard is the place to be. Coming this September, we're rolling out, it's called the College Track program. It's going to be a 6-month program where, we kind of hyper-individualize a program for each kid who really strives to play college baseball or softball. We're going to team up with some other people in the community to get them the training that they need, because, it's not just hitting and catching and throwing. You got to be fast, you got to be strong, and you got to have the metrics as well and all those measurables that, if you've walked through, you see all the technology that we have, like the hit tracks, like the Rapsodo. That's what scouts are looking for. And so being able to offer that to the community, it's going to be a big step in the right direction for those kids who are really striving for the next level after high school, which would be college. Also, we do private lessons. Want to give a shout out to all the coaches that are here. They are all here, and Aaron throughout the night has kind of introduced them, but just shout out to them. They are, they're the backbone of the coaching that goes on here. I mean, I get weekly comments that, oh, my son just hit his first baseball at his league game the other night. That's the type of stuff that just, you can't help but smile when you hear. And so we're doing the things right. I do got to give a shout out to the front desk crew, wherever they are, because they yelled at me for not talking about them. Yeah, so front desk crew, wherever you are, thank you guys. You guys also, you make this place go. We couldn't do it without you. So thank you. Lastly, camps and classes. We have camps going on. We actually have about over 100 scheduled in the next 12 months. We do weekly classes and camps that are ran by our coaches in-house. This week, like Jake Sharp was down here earlier, he was running an outfield camp. He was doing the speed portion of that outfield camp. So, we're getting people in the community really behind the yard and what we're here for and how we can help the youth of the sport. So it's pretty cool. Hop online. If you have any questions, always please give us a call. Just one more thing about the camps. We're going to do them a little bit different. Like I said, outfield camp. That's not really something that you typically hear in this sport. You hear a baseball camp or you hear a softball camp. Where I grew up, I went to camps for middle infield. I played shortstop pretty much my entire life, and I was always going to camps that really helped me succeed at that position or in the middle of the infield or just infield in general. Next week we're doing an infield camp for softball and then an infield camp for baseball. So we're trying to change the way, that it's written here in town, starting with the youth and making sure that we're teaching them the right way to do things. I have a kid who really, really wants to pitch. I want him going to a pitching camp, because we're going to just specifically work on that. So that's pretty exciting. Finally, I'll wrap it up with, the community, and obviously it shows by all you guys being here. We are here for you guys, whether you are, the best kid on your team or you are just a Parks and Rec kid who loves playing the sport. There's a place here for you. And I want just everybody to know that anybody's welcome to have fun, to get better. So last, I do want to give a thanks to Michelle. Michelle, stand up, Michelle, so that everybody can clap for you, please. Everybody needs to clap for Michelle. She is the reason that this happened tonight. It would not have happened without her. So if you see her walking around, just give her a thanks, because like I said, all this is going because of her. Also, my wife is not here, but I still want to give a shout out to her. She's kind of held down the fort for the last 6 months, 8 months or so, while me and Guy have been on this journey. So I haven't seen her much, but I really appreciate everything that she does. And then last, special thanks to Guy and Kate. I don't see Kate, but special thanks to them. All of you guys know that when you show up to work, it's like, oh, it's Monday. Like, gosh dang it, no more weekend. I show up to work and it's like, heck yeah, I get to go teach baseball. So to me, this isn't a job, this is a passion, and I get to do it every day. So couldn't do it without Guy, couldn't do it without Kate, and just really appreciate you guys. So thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brian. So yeah, and when you talk about passion, and you're here at the yard, when Guy and Brian are here coaching and your kids are learning and they're getting more successful and they're getting it, no one's smiling bigger than those two. So with that, I want to give a special thanks to the Salina Chamber for helping us host our event tonight. Just made it extra special. We really appreciate you. So thank you, and just going to take over and we'll finish up with our grand finale ribbon cutting.
Okay, and before we do that, we're going to draw for the attendance drawing. So Michelle, do you want to go ahead and draw a name out of there for me? Deborah Adams, Bennington State Bank. And now, if we could get lined up for the ribbon cutting, and would everybody stick around and watch this grand finale? They're going to do it, I believe, at home plate up here.
Is everyone in there?
Okay, are we ready? I'm gonna do the countdown. You ready? 3,